Hello families, I am Mrs. Beich, pronounced like a bird's beak, and I'm here to show you my classroom, talk to you a little bit about what you can expect this school year, and just help maybe answer some questions you might have. So first thing we're going to do is go on a little tour of the classroom. So your child will enter door 6 either by bus or drop off, and they will come right in to the very first classroom on the right, and that is mine. So they will enter the room. Sorry, I'm gonna try and not be shaky. So here on our right, we have our mailboxes, and your child will have a little mailbox and their B folder will go in here. A B folder is something I'll explain later. That is a great tool for communicating with me and knowing what's going on in the classroom. Then we have cubbies in our classroom. So all book supply or backpacks and books and supplies and everything will be right in the room. So starting over here, we have our classroom library, and we'll be using that to fill reading baskets that they will get to read during independent reading time. And then we have our play kitchen because we do have playtime. Also, another important thing is the toys. So we do have a toy shelf. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you dizzy here. And then my guided reading table or my group table is where I'll have kids come during the daily 5 time to work in small groups with me. Back here we have our reading board, and we have kind of our goal board, and our I can statements will go here, what kids are working on. This is my little corner of the room. I'll show you a couple pictures. They're a little outdated now, but here's, I don't even know if I have a family picture of the 4 of us, but that's Mr. Beich and me, and then Ellie. Now she's bigger though. She's the big sister. And then we have Landon, little brother here. Anyways, they keep us busy. Mr. Beich is a math teacher at the high school, so we're both in the district and we love that. So we have calendar and just our front carpet area. We have the smart board, the easel where we do morning meeting. On the carpet, we have little sit spots so that we're kind of spread apart. Over here, you will see tables. Students will have table spot. We have our sensory table, our word wall. We'll have our calendar books here. We have all kinds of journals here. We'll put science journals here, all kinds of learning materials. Over here we have our little cubbies, not to be confused with our locker cubbies, but this will hold their crayons, markers, writing notebooks, all those materials. We do have a sink in the classroom and a drinking fountain, so that is very nice for filling water bottles. We have art center over here that needs to be filled up, but all kinds of materials are back here. We also have a bathroom in the classroom, which is very nice because you don't have to ask, you just can go when you need to, and it's right there to avoid any accidents. Yeah, so that is the classroom. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about those B folders. Right, now let's talk about the B folder. So the B folder is going to be this blue folder, but it's going to have a giant B on it with your child's name. And so the B folder stands for Bring Everything Every Day. And I want your child to become responsible for their folder and understand that it's their responsibility, not yours, to make sure it's in their backpack and they take it out every day, and we really learn responsibility with this. And so this is a great communication tool for me and you to use throughout the school year. And yeah, let's jump in. So there's a lot of extra information in here right now, but you will see that this side has left at home. So I do not need you to bring this stuff back. This is just leave it at home. And so for now, you're gonna see in here there are different papers. There's the ABCs of kindergarten, And I'm going to just kind of talk a little bit about that. So at drop off, so going down, you're going to see that there's different letters with different things. And A is when your child arrives at school. So when your child arrives at school, they're either going to be coming by bus or drop off. And when they get dropped off, they're going to come in that door 6 like I showed you and come right into the classroom. They'll put down their supplies, and if they'd like to eat breakfast, they can. Breakfast is free this school year still, and they can go up, grab breakfast, bring it back to the classroom to eat. And then another thing on here is about birthdays. So a note will be sent home about a week or so prior to your child's birthday, and I always celebrate half birthdays because I'm a summer birthday and I didn't like being left out. So I will celebrate every child's birthday this year. We are still doing non-food treats, but they could bring a little treat if they wanted for their friends. That's totally optional though. We will celebrate them no matter what. Then under B also there's talk about book orders. I did include a book order in here. So it's this page. Sorry if everything is backwards. Sorry. Anyways, the book club order is always available online, but periodically I will send home like the actual hard copy of book orders, and feel free to purchase if you'd like. It's a great way to get less expensive books and nice like popular books and what kids are interested in. Anyways, so book orders are in there if you want. Otherwise, always feel free to order online because any online order I can just submit right through. Now going down for C, conferences. Conferences happen 2 times throughout the school year. I will contact you closer to those dates to see what dates work for you, because I know planning that far out might be a little hard. Next thing is C for centers. We do have playtime, and I create different centers around the room, like smartboard center, kitchen center, toy shelf, art center, writing center, trying to have that open play, but also creative play that's educational and focused on collaboration, cooperation, and playing with one another in the classroom. The next thing is D for Daily 5. That is the framework that I use to set up my language arts time. We will have a phonics section, we will have writing time, we will have read aloud time, word study time, and it's just a great way to build independent skills in your child. We start out very small and we build stamina and work on building that time that they can work independently. My email is on here. Also in the B folder, my email and contact information is right there, along with the school attendance line. So if your child is gone. Field trips for F. We will go on some field trips hopefully this fall. We didn't go on any last year because of COVID, but hopefully we will. A formal field trip permission slip will be sent out prior to those field trips. I already touched a little bit on G for guided reading. That's just a part of the, I use Jan Richardson's model, but it's just kind of a style to work in small group. Then homework, H for homework. I believe kids work so hard during the day that going home should be practice if you want it, or optional. There are some fun homework assignments that I'll put a due date on, and that will be something that I'd ask for you to return. But just know that it is on. Your family life is so important, and I know how busy kids are, and I know how hard they work here. So please know that. Don't feel pressure to work on things. I love if kids just read 10 minutes a day, and I will do reading logs throughout the year. So just reading with your child throughout the year is really that essential practice that we need right now. Working on independence, that's the goal of kindergarten. We want your child to be successful and build those skills. And that's gonna just set that groundwork for the rest of their school career. And that is what I love about kindergarten. Then we have different J for journals. You saw them over there. We have different writing journals, science journals. K for keeping updated. Make sure that you're checking this B folder. It's coming back and forth every day. Our class will go to library and check out books. They can only check out a book after they've returned one. Lunch. We eat lunch at 10:45 to 11:15 this year. And so if lunch is free, if you want like a la carte, or if you want to purchase your, like say your child has cold lunch and you want them just to buy a milk, then you will need to have lunch money in your account. If they are getting the whole meal, then it's free. I know it's kind of confusing and silly. Anyways, M for memory books, something that I work on throughout the school year so that I can send home at the end of the year with memories for your child. So if you don't see maybe artwork coming home or things being sent home, it's often because I'm saving it and putting it in a memory book to save for your child at the end of the year. Weekly newsletter. You are going to find a newsletter in this. So in the B folder, there are two clear page protectors, and the one is for notes. So if it's something important for me, lunch money, anything really, really important, it's best to put it in this note slot. Here I have the schedule of the day, but on the back side, I'll also put the newsletter every week. And so on the newsletter, there will be what the specials are, any information that's important to know. Oh, for outside, we do go outside every day as long as the wind chill is above 0. So please make sure your child is dressed appropriately and ready for any kind of weather, because it changes so quickly. But it's so good to get outside. The fresh air is so important. P for picking up your child, please use the back pickup area. If you pick up your child early, you do need to pick up through the office, through door 1. Any questions, always feel free to call me or email me. Report cards. We do a standards-based report card, and I will send out information and talk to you more about conferences about how that looks, because it might be different than what you have seen in the past. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 scale. Snack. We have snack every afternoon. We will have it after recess before specials. And so snack is not provided. You will need to provide a snack daily for your child. Please no pop or candy. You can send water always, or a little juice to go with snack. And then transportation T. If you ever have your child coming or leaving school in a different way, riding the bus one day, pick up one day, please always contact me by writing or email or voicemail, because sometimes that can get a little confusing for your child to remember or tell me. And just for clarity purposes, if it can always be told to me personally, that would be fantastic. Volunteers and visitors. We've always encouraged volunteers and visitors. Due to COVID, that looked differently in the past. I'm hoping that that can start up again. W for wet clothes. Sometimes accidents happen, spills. If you would send just a little Ziploc bag with some spare clothes in your child's backpack that can just stay in the bottom of their backpack in case of emergencies. X for exit, that would be kind of I already talked about, but we will be out this back door, and parent pickup line and bussers will go out that back door. Y is your ideas. I always love to hear any ideas you might have or suggestions. And then Z for sleep. Sleep is so important. It is so tiring. Your kids will burn so much energy. They will put everything into their day, and then they will come home maybe using some of that niceness up and just be very tired. So always try and put sleep a priority. I know it's hard, but it's very important for them. In here, I have a little bit about me, and I already kind of talked about that. Mr. Beik's a math teacher. I have 2 kids, Ellie and Landon. Ellie's 3.5, Landon's 1.5. They keep us busy. We love it. I talked about the book orders in here. In this classroom, how I focus on discipline is I really try and praise the positives. We focus on the showing Blue Jacket pride. We have 5 character traits: honesty, respect, self-discipline, responsibility, and compassion. And those 5 things are vital to this classroom. I really tend to focus on the whole child. I am here to teach them the academics, but I'm also here to teach them so much more. I think really focusing on who they are as a person, working on those social skills is just so vital to really being successful in those academic skills. So if we break a rule or have things to work on, I often give a warning with a verbal, and then we have a take a break spot where we can just calm down, refocus, reset. Stop and Think is offered in the resource room. It's an option just to remove from the classroom and really provide that time to reset before coming back. And I will always notify you if there are situations that can't be handled in the classroom or if things have become more of an occurrence lately. Then I have Thoughts from the Top of the Beanstalk, just a sweet read that even I need to remind myself at times with my own kids. So anyways, like I said, the notes go in here. Here will always be the newsletter and the schedule of the day, just so that you're aware of like what we're doing if your child comes in late or needs to leave early. On the back side, this says Right Back to School. Right Back to School is what I want you to return after open house or after the first day or two. There's the parent response survey. I love to hear your ideas about your child, what your goals are for them, what you see as their strengths and weaknesses, any allergies that you have, holidays you might not celebrate. I want to know that from you. So this is a great communication tool. I really look at it and read it throughout the school year, even checking in to check myself to see if I'm meeting some of those goals that you are hoping for your child for the school year. Then activity money. If you have not turned in your $10, I believe. Yeah, $10 activity money. Please do that. That just helps with different activities throughout the school year. So that is the B folder. That was a lot of information. I talked way longer than I was expecting. I'm really sorry. This video is turning into being way longer than I thought, but I just want to answer any questions you might have and hopefully clarify some things that maybe I wasn't able to in our short open house time or short meeting before school. So in the classroom, one other thing I want to mention while I see it is the blue lights. A lot of people ask about that. They're blue covers. They're supposed to help make it more of a natural light. It gives kind of a weird tint, but you honestly don't notice it after a day. It just goes away. You don't notice it, but it's supposed to help calm and kind of keep it quieter. I don't know if that's really true, but it has helped immensely, like with headaches and just, I used to be so bothered by the lights at the end of the day, and it has helped so much with that. So anyways, I hope this classroom and I hope I can be just a great resource for your child, and I hope to be the best kindergarten teacher I can be for them. I love kindergarten. I love building that foundation of learning for your child. I love working with your child to work through things, to work on things. We all have things to grow in. Anyways, I am so excited to partner with you this school year, and please always feel free to ask me any questions, reach out to me. I am here. We're in this together. I always ask for grace, and I ask for just, this is a new year for me too, and this is a new schedule, so things can change, and I just really hope that we can make it the best that it possibly can.